happening, it's terrible, there are many, many people suffering, we can pray for them, but maybe our attention is needed towards something else. Maybe we can dare to turn away from this particular screen. It's like there's one movie playing over there. And do we dare to turn away to where something is not definite, something is not defined, but there is a certain pulsating energy there. There is a certain quality of being coming into existence. And the moment we do, the moment we really say, okay, I am here for something other than myself. I am here for what might be. And I always find spiritually it's much more interesting to be here for what might be, for the potential which has not yet come into being. It's why I find spiritual life so exciting, because it always takes us towards something that is not yet present, that is coming into existence. And then we will notice that there is something happening. And if we are really attentive, it will begin to stir up ancient, ancient memories within us. That I use my concepts to describe it because that's how it's spoken to me. That, say for example, once the world was alive. There is this line by Leonard Cohen, God is alive, magic is afoot. Once there was magic present. Once the earth and human beings spoke directly to each other. Once there was real reverence and real respect for the power of nature. It was not just something to be controlled. I was very interested after what happened in New Orleans, and it was so tragic. Never did I hear from anybody once, this is an opportunity to revere a force greater than ourselves. Because the boat people, when their village was destroyed, because they live on the boats, but they also have villages, they accepted it. They said, this is part of the great cycle of nature. They lost everything and they don't have very much. But it is part of their deep reverence and respect for something greater than themselves. To say, okay, we have lost everything. And we have lost everything before. But nowhere did I hear that resonance, that awe before nature, before which to me is an aspect of the divine that we can't control, we can't package. But if we can dare to step into that other dimension, we will find that something is coming into being. What it will be, yes, I've had a particular vision of it that inspired me, that allowed me to talk about it. Whether it will be just like that or not, I don't know, and somewhere I don't care, because it isn't about what I can see or what I have shown. It's about what we can participate in, what we can be drawn into, how our light can resonate with a deeper light that is coming into existence. And to me that is the challenge, that is the call. And it's very basic, either like Michel said, we're going to take the invitation. We don't know what it's for, we can't read that far. Or maybe it hasn't even been written. But that's so similar what happens when you begin a spiritual journey. You don't know what you're involved in. You don't know what you're being drawn to, but something draws you away from your conceptual understanding of yourself and your conceptual understanding of life. And it's, do you have the courage or the craziness, because for Sufis they go together, to say yes to that ultimate adventure of the soul. And now all I'm saying is, do we have the courage and the craziness to say yes to this ultimate collective adventure, to step outside this debris of the present time and begin to see what is coming into being. And my sense is the moment you say yes, and you're there and you're attentive and you're watching, then life, the divine, it doesn't matter what you call it, your deepest nature, the world soul, will speak to you. And then we can see, and then we can participate. And the rest is an adventure. And we don't know what will happen. And we don't know how it will be. And maybe it won't work out. And that doesn't matter either, because one should not be in any way conditioned by results. This is the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita, to act without concern for the fruits of actions. And to be present in that emptiness of intention, of presence, of awareness, of participation, that is completely alive because it is not structured by any concept of how it ought to be. Then something can happen. Then something really newborn, not just a repackaged vision of the past, can come alive. And we can participate in it. And we can be present where the future is coming into being, in the moment.
I almost cannot dare to feel that hope and that yearning. But it feels like it's there.
I will cry to thee and cry to thee and cry to thee until the milk of thy kindness boils up. You know? And that is the deep relationship between the creation and the creator, between us and God, us and our divine self. It is extraordinary mystery, this mystery of the heart, what the heart responds to and why, and what it is in us that calls, and what is it that responds, and it's extraordinary mystery. And I personally feel it belongs to this whole core of life. For the Sufi, life is a love affair. Everything in life is in love. But we don't experience it. We're caught up in our mind, we're caught up in our concepts, we're caught up in the ego. So we miss this extraordinary love affair that's happening around us all the time. And occasionally we get an invitation. And occasionally a door opens and somebody says, hey, you want to join this dance. There's a very important dance over there of all the important ideas and theories and everything going on. And over here there's this ancient dance that is the dance of lover and beloved. The dance, my teacher, he said, in the whole of the universe there are only two, the lover and the beloved. God loves his creation and the creation loves God. And to recognize that, it's a very, very strange truth. It's all around us, every moment. Everything is loving something. Everything is in love. And for some reason, for some extraordinary reason, it's veiled from us. It's hidden from us, and we get caught up in all of the dramas of ourself. And then, say somebody, for some reason, lifts a veil, and suddenly we are there. Rumi says, step out of the circle of time and into the circle of love. Give one life and take 100. And the Sufis, they talk about the arena of love. And you get taken into the arena of love, and the only cost is yourself, of course. This is the. I would love to kiss you, and the price of this kiss is your life. And my love came running towards my life, shouting, "Take it! It's a bargain." But again and again and again, we sell this love for a few. Pieces of silver, for something to protect ourselves, something to hide away from, some illusion. And then this mystery, then suddenly they say, life, God, the beloved, lifts a veil, opens a door, and then we get this opportunity. And what is important is to take the opportunity. You don't know when it's going to come again. You don't know when the tide will bring that ship from somewhere else that you can get onto. It might be 10 years before it arrives again. You don't know. And that's why the Sufi is traditionally the child of the moment. Because you have to be present in the moment to catch that opening into something that is always present. Everything in life is in love with everything else. Always. And we are part of it. And the unique thing of being a human being is we can experience it consciously.